Hi guys, JT here, and here is my top 10 JRPG games released in the past 2 years that you should buy in a 2023 Steam Spring Sale. These games are highly discounted and you should consider them. So let's get into this. At number 10 we have Monster Hunter Stories 2 Wings of Ruin, a fantastic addition to the Monster Hunter series, offering a unique turn-based combat system and an immersive open world to explore. In a world of monster riders, you play a young hero who sets out to uncover the truth behind the Wings of Ruin and save the land from destruction. The game's story is intriguing and well written, with memorable characters that keep players invested throughout the game. The game's strategic combat system is one of the standout features, allowing players to choose from a variety of weapons and elemental attacks to take down their foes. The ability to collect and train monsters to fight alongside players adds a layer of depth and customization to the game that players will enjoy. The game's open world design encourages exploration, with hidden treasures and secrets waiting to be discovered around every corner. The game's quest system provides a sense of direction while still allowing players to explore at their own pace. Overall, Monster Hunter Stories 2 Wings of Ruin is a must-play for fans of the Monster Hunter series and RPG enthusiasts alike. Its engaging combat, immersive world, and monster-raising mechanics make for a truly memorable and enjoyable gaming experience. At number 9 we have SCARLET NEXUS, a game that blends together action and JRPG. In the future, humans have acquired powers of the mind. Deranged mutants known as Others have also showed up, hunger for human brains. Only those who have exceptional psychokinesis powers are able to stop them, the Others Suppression Force, or OSF for short. You're part of the OSF, sent to stop the onslaught of Others. This game features 2 separate campaigns that you can play through, with each campaign easily lasting 20 hours or so, with plenty of interesting characters, intertwining stories, and deep conspiracies. This game also features fast-paced, fluid, stylish combat that blends melee and psychokinesis that never gets old. Each of the 2 characters that you control has their own unique playstyles and skill trees, making both playthroughs fresh. So if you want to feel like a Jedi hurling objects with your mind and slicing your enemies into pieces, then you need to get SCARLET NEXUS. At number 8 we have Shin Megami Tensei 3 Nocturne HD Remaster, a remaster of the classic PS2 game from 2003. You play as a male high schooler on your way to meet your teacher and classmates. After a series of events involving a death at a park, a rider and the occult, an eerily empty hospital, and finally finding your teacher in the basement with a man in a chair, and then the world suddenly ends. Demons pop up, a child turns into a demon by shoving a worm into your eye. Nice. You wander the world at the end of it, trying to make sense of things. The story is great with some gut-wrenching moments. Gameplay-wise, you'll be exploring maze-like dungeons, recruiting demons into your party by negotiating and destroying enemy demons in turn-based combat with your demons. The combat runs a unique system that will see you strategizing to exploit weaknesses of your opponents to gain an advantage, which could lead to more actions per turn. If you like a game with an interesting story involving demons and experiencing a PS2 classic, then this is a great game to play. At number 7 we have Wolfstride. You play as a trio of misfit men trying to realize a dream in Rain City, to take the top spot in the mega competition called Ultimate Golden God Tournament, or UGC for short. You follow the perspective of Dominic Shade, an ex-Yakuza who runs various errands around town to fund your participation in the tournament. These errands will involve bathing cats, digging for treasure, running with a bicycle, etc, etc. You also gain support to aid your team along the way. The story is really good and harks back to classic anime shows. It will bring across a diverse range of emotions from funny to heart-wrenching. Onto the mechs and battle. Getting better parts is critical to make your mech stronger, which in this case, the more money you spend on a part, the better it will be. In battle, you control your mech, Cowboy, and you can attack different parts of your enemy mech's body, the head, arms, and chest, with the chest holding the pilot. In general, the mech with the best part in strategy wins. You also have access to various skills and stances to help in your cause. So if you like a classic anime-style story and visuals together with a simple yet unique combat system, then Wolfstride could be for you. At number 6 we have Monster Hunter Rise. Ever wanted to hunt giant monsters down, cut their arms off, and use them to make something for your arms so you can go out to cut more monster arms off? That's where Monster Hunter Rise comes in. The difference between this entry versus Monster Hunter World is mainly the mobility and faster-paced action. This time around, you have more options for moving around the world, either by using a grappling hook tool which allows you to scale up and move across long distances, or by riding a mount or even riding a monster in the world. You can literally ride a monster and use it to fight other monsters if you so choose. Other than that, you will be basically hunting, looting, upgrading, hunting, looting, upgrading, rinse and repeat. There's also an additional new mode called Rampage that is sort of a tower defense game. This game is definitely more fun when you play on multiplayer as you hunt monsters down together with your friends. Only thing is that the story does end on a cliffhanger, but looking at the multiple updates that the developers have over the next year, there's a lot on offer here. And number 5 we have NieR Replicant, version 1.22474487139. A new version of the 2010 PS3 game NieR. In a post-apocalyptic world, you play as a character called NieR, who has to look for a cure for his sister who has been struck by an illness. The story is NieR Replicant's biggest positive, with a great story, excellent writing, and characters that are highly intriguing. The characters are in morally grey areas, which is vastly different from the typical all-goody two-shoe characters. Combat in this version is much faster than the 2010 version, taking inspirations from NieR Automata, and is as flashy and fun as always. You'll have access to 3 different upgradable weapon classes and able to further modify them with special properties called words. You'll be performing main quests and side quests, and unfortunately a lot of the side quests involve dreaded fetch quests. In addition, you'll need to play this game more than once to see all of its endings, and the second playthrough can be more fun due to the fast-paced combat and experience from the first playthrough. This version also features a new ending which you can strive for that was not available in the original version. And number 4 we have Witchspring 3 Refine, the story of Eirudy. An RPG that immerses players into a beautifully designed world filled with magic, adventure, and intriguing stories. The game's story follows the life of Eirudy, a witch who lives in a world filled with danger and prejudice towards her kind. One of the standout features of this game is its captivating storyline that unfolds as players progress through the game. The game's rich narrative is supported by well-written characters that are memorable and add depth to the story. The game also features stunning cinematic cutscenes that add to the epic scale of the adventure. In terms of gameplay, this game offers a unique turn-based combat system that is both challenging and engaging. Players can level up Eirudy's skills and abilities, making her stronger and more capable of taking on powerful enemies. Another aspect of the game that stands out is its immersive world design. The game features beautifully rendered environments and detailed character models that are sure to impress players. The game's open world design encourages exploration with hidden treasures and secrets to be found throughout the game. Overall, Witchspring 3 Refine, the story of Eirudy is a must-play for RPG fans. Its captivating story, engaging combat, and immersive world make for an unforgettable game experience that players will enjoy from beginning to the end. And number 3 we have Persona 5 Strikers. A Persona game that feels a lot like a Kingdom Hearts game but with anime-style characters and flashy moves. Taking place a few months after the original Persona 5 game, you once again take control of the Phantom Thieves of Hearts on a summer camping trip. Things took a turn when a distorted reality emerges. Now you need to reveal the truth and redeem the hearts of those imprisoned at the center of the crisis. If you haven't played the original Persona 5 game, you'll probably be lost, as this game refers much of the events of the other game. As opposed to the turn-based combat of the original, this time around the gameplay focuses a lot on hack-and-slash gameplay like in Kingdom Hearts or Dynasty Warriors, while still giving you opportunities to cast your Persona spells and exploiting enemy weaknesses. Each character has his own sets of skills and personalities, and they're all really fun to use. The gameplay will keep you coming back for more, driven excellently by its story. It lacks Persona's signature social and calendar systems in favor of a faster-paced game. However, it surprisingly still manages to capture the feel of the original Persona 5 game. And number 2 we have Yakuza 6 The Song of Life. You play as Kazuma Kiryu, the series protagonist who is just out from your 3-year prison sentence, when you found out that your surrogate daughter Haruka has gone missing from the orphanage that you look after. You soon find out that she had an accident and is now in a coma. You also discover that she has a son that you must look after. You travel to the seaside town of Onomichi, Hiroshima, to uncover the truth about Haruka, her son, and a sinister secret that the Hiroshima Yakuza is harboring. This game features the epic conclusion of the Kazuma Kiryu story, and is an awesome one to go through. The city of Kamurocho and the town of Onomichi are bustling with activity and they feel very lively. Combat is also really fun as you beat people up with your fists and use objects in your environment to crush their skulls with. It is really satisfying to grab someone's head and crush them against a lamppost or wall, or bringing the fight from the streets indoors and smashing their hits into an oven. The game doesn't take itself too seriously and more akin to an anime that will see you performing some questionable acts of violence and murder. There are also plenty of things on the sidelines to distract yourself with, to make you feel like you live in the city like a cat cafe and karaoke, because, you know, why not? So if you like an expansive world with a great story, Yakuza 6, The Song of Life, could be for you. And number 1 we have Tales of Arise. You play as 2 protagonists in this game, Elfin, a slave who cannot feel pain and is super helpful to others, and Shion, a member of the slaver race who when touched has thorns bursting out of her body. Watching the relationship between them and other characters grow over time as they deal with personal pains and the overall problems of the world like slavery, colonization, and war is great. Humor is peppered around when appropriate, so it isn't all doom and gloom. The story is considered one of the best in recent Tales history. Combat is now faster paced than ever, with movement and attacks that feel more fluid, akin to a mix between traditional Tales combat and Devil May Cry's fluid and stylish moves. Finishing moves and combo moves between characters are highly satisfying to watch, as they are always very flashy and massive, as if you're watching a great combo move being executed in a fighting tournament. Big monsters and bosses will test your skills, as they will have you use everything you have learned so far in each section of the game. They can be challenging, but fair. There's also a crafting system to make better materials, cooking system for temporary buffs, and very rewarding exploration to find rare items and monsters in off-beaten paths. If you like a deep RPG with a great story and excellent gameplay, look no further than Tales of Arise. Do you agree with this list? What other games are in your wishlist this spring sale? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.